All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead and get started. Who would like to recap us?
We started with entering the wastelands of the beast that we are hunting, and the halfling cannibal crew. And as soon as we enter it, we notice things just a little weird, and then we get straight up zapped for a good long time into the other world. Real world? Fake world? Don't know. Dr.
Miles.
Miles, thank you. I was trying to say like Mr. Smith. I was like, that's not him. That's the other bad guy. Maybe. Still not convinced. He could be the one and the same. Anyways, so we had a good old therapy session with him in which he tried to do a lot of stuff. He tried to take Frida's necklace, for example. But luckily we distracted him away from that. So he did not actually take it because we were very scared he was going to take it, and he forgot. Yes. And then basically we had a good unifying moment as a team against our common enemy, which was him, and he kind of just laughed at it, which is fine. But this foray into Dr. Miles' hospital was a little bit different because the session or our time there didn't end at the end of the session. It kind of more so relied on our perception of it, or like we had a little bit more control over it. So we got to leave the session, walk around. We saw whatever her name is, Glornill's new girlfriend. Socken, yes. We saw Socken there also being a patient and stuff, and we decided to do a little bit of investigation. So unfortunately, our investigation did not pan us a bunch of useful information, but we were able to discern that the people that we see in both worlds or see exist in both worlds. Excuse me. And that we were able to go back and forth kind of perceptibly, not very great, but with our perception, we were able to kind of like transfer back and forth a little bit. And we learned that while we're in the space world, our bodies just kind of chill in the other world and vice versa. Because Mogmoth transported back without us and was just in the hallways for a little while. But eventually we decided to just sit down after trying to do some research that didn't work out so well and go back to space world. So we did so. We kept going. And there ended up being a sort of like weird, another like perception effect against everybody. Socken, I think, grew really, really tall. Glornill turned into a balloon, et cetera, et cetera. But we did intellect fortress on people to stop that, except for Mirador, who kept thinking that they were holding balloons, Glornill, even though they were not. Oh yeah, we did have a wonderful skill challenge for the research that ended up not telling us very much, but that did happen. And in the end, we ended up fighting some
Animal halflings. They ambushed us.
That's right.
They popped out of the desert.
Yep,
and
that's right.
Ambushed.
The cannibal halfling. I've been watching Hannibal.
It works.
Popped up and attacked us, but they weren't so bad, which is really, really worrying. So we ended that fight. We know that Socken is not going to help us with the fight against the beast until a specific halfling she wants to kill is dead. So.
And also, every time we draw, so we can draw power from other people,
right,
to fuel magic. But if you didn't want to do that, you could just draw it from the ground, and that's probably
Which
fine.
definitely doesn't have any repercussions.
That's fine.
Down there.
Tremors were just a coincidence.
Nothing happens when you do that.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Yeah, awesome. Good recap. Cool, thanks. I'm working on my new audio setup, so if you guys have any feedback for me for that, let me know. We'll see how it sounds. Hopefully it'll be better than the lapel mic. We'll see
Cool.
with time. Okay, yeah, so you guys are in this sort of nightmare land. Mogmoth has protected most of your minds from the kind of crazy, surrealistic images that you were all encountering, except for Mirador. You fought off the halflings. you have this trail. Glornil found this trail of like a halfling search party or something like that you've been following, that you presume and Sawkin has presumed will lead you to, at least some more halflings and then hopefully to the beast.
Oh, and we kept one of the halflings for interrogation.
Oh, that's right.
We
kept two of the halflings.
Aaron is
that
fair.
That way we could murder one of them if we needed
Yes.
to per Glornil's idea.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because we were arguing. I was like, let's
one-
just murder this first one in front of the
You're like,
second one. But
yeah, one of you is
no.
expendable. Is it going to be you that gets expended?
Yes, that's right. Excellent. Thank you for the reminder. So the way that I am going to handle this is as a group, either group intimidation check, or you can allocate one leader to be the intimidator, and that leader would roll with advantage. We'll roll the intimidation check, and then sort of whatever you get is what you get. So basically, dismembering halflings is not a direction that I want to go in. And so like whatever your intimidation roll is, that's what it is, sort of thing. You cannot improve on that by gouging out eyes, etc.
I submit that I have a very high intimidation check, and it might be worthwhile just letting me try and roll with advantage with a +9.
I'm trying to remember
Yes.
how do group skill checks work?
We all roll.
Everyone would roll, and you'd have to, a certain number of you, if you hit, like if 3 of you hit a DC 20, or if 2 of you hit a DC 15, like it just depends on how many of you hit the various DCs as to what you get. So if all 5 of you get below a DC 10, you're probably not going to get a whole lot.
In that case, yeah, I'm in favor of picking one person because I don't have that much faith in my +2 to charisma.
Strong agree. I think Miradar should do it.
Cool. So Miradar is going to go with the group, kind of backing her up, going to go and try and scare these halflings into giving us some information. Just like they saw what we just did.
Yes.
We just ran their buddies down, and they could be ended just the same.
Yep.
So
All right, give a roll with advantage.
that is a total of a 21.
All right, 21. Awesome. You resuscitate these halflings because you knocked them unconscious. You resuscitate these halflings, and you impress upon them the errors of their ways if they don't comply with you. You rapidly determine that they have no idea what you're talking about, because they do not seem to understand common. They respond to you with
Mogmoth casts tongues.
Ooh.
Ooh, very cool.
Wait, do I still have tongues, or did I get rid of tongues? Hold on. I might have gotten
Okay.
mad and got rid of it.
Always when you get rid of something that you need it.
I know. I think that I might have been like, I'm never gonna use this.
I don't have a talisman, so I'm knocking on wood.
I like
let's
to
see.
just like straight up speak halfling, can they? Like in your language list.
No, I got rid of tongues. Mogmoth doesn't cast anything.
Oh wow.
Mogmoth says that they cast tongues, but then
Yeah, maybe Mogmoth thinks about doing it and like starts to do the like somatic components, and like nothing happens.
Yeah, that is what happens. Mogmoth
Yeah.
sort of pats himself on the shoulder and nods, and then is like,
They still sound wait, they still sound like gibberish.
yeah.
Does,
So
uh,
it seems
does
like they
Sokka
are
understand?
intimidated, Miradar, but you're not sure. You can't. You're having a hard time communicating.
Okay. All right, Morgan, get over here. Maybe they can understand some pictures.
Okay. Well, what do you want me to create?
The beast.
Okay.
Because
all
we've
right.
we've actually seen for like what it exactly looks like at this, because the not just mammoth, because we asked whoever the guy who's repairing our spaceship like projected it into Miradar's head, and Miradar or into the group, and I think we shared it around that way.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yes. He
Yeah,
had
so
shown us
I'll-
like an image of what it looked like.
So
Got it.
all minor illusion, like an R2D2 style hologram of the beast
Okay.
above my palm.
Okay. They look at it. They both throw themselves on the ground, prostrating themselves in front of the image and say, crawl, crawl, crawl.
Yeah,
Well-
crawl us towards that thing.
I think that's its name, Gornil.
Yeah. Weird name.
Okay, how do we get, they don't seem to understand what we want. How do we get them to take us to the beast? Any thoughts?
I'll try minor illusioning a picture of the path, and then I'll recreate the image of the beast and kind of gesture towards the path and see if that's enough to communicate basically, is the beast on this path?
Give me a performance check, Morgan.
Have to deal with that lousy charisma modifier after all. How good is an 18?
Hey, there we
18
go.
is pretty good. You're able to create this kind of artistic representation of like following a path, and you kind of like with minor illusion doesn't allow you to do like 3D like animation sort of things, but you're able to piece it together pretty quickly to create what you think is a reasonably compelling story for the halflings. They're kind of following you along, and they look up at you and they point in the direction that you've been following, and they say, crawl.
Okay,
Right,
yeah,
well.
I think we're going the right way if we want to find the beast.
Okay. Now what do we do with these two?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not really in favor of just executing unarmed people.
Well, we could let him go and have him lead us to the beast.
How about we just give them like a rough shove in the direction that they just pointed and point like, yeah, let's go that way.
I say we should keep their hands bound. Maybe gagged. I don't really trust what they could shout.
I mean, we're going to kill a whole bunch more, aren't we?
For some reason I have in my head that like they don't have like a normal hand. They've got those like crazy blow dart tubes for hands, or at least for
yeah.
one hand.
Yeah, not
different-
all of them. So the two that you have captured, one of them has a eye on an eye stalk that's kind of projecting up and kind of looking all around. And then the other one has what looks like a tail growing out of its right leg.
Oh, right. These guys are basically mutants, aren't they? Or at least they look like it.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
got all
they-
kinds of
they-
extra parts.
Yeah, they all had extra body parts and whatnot. That's why you were having a hard time resuscitating them, because you couldn't alien physiology.
Yeah, it really threw me.
I guess let's keep them at least bound so they're not, so readily able to attack us, and then head off that direction with them.
Right,
Are
but
they going to be in the front?
Presumably, I don't want to leave them behind us where we can't see what they're doing.
And also gagged because they can't shout. Like that's what I really want to make sure happens.
Okay.
I mean, to be clear, when we get where we're going to the beast, he'll be surrounded by other halflings, which is our intention to slay in pursuit of the beast.
Does anybody know?
That is true.
Could I potentially, like, if we get like to the outskirts of their encampment, temple, whatever it is that they're holed up, could I use sapping sting, but not to actually like kill them, but just to, or another cantrip, just to like knock them out, incapacitate them?
Yeah, I'd say it kind of depends on how much time you have, but yeah, they're just they basically have one hit point, so you could do a tiny amount of damage and kind of pull your magical punch and knock them out.
And in 5e, if you say before you land a hit that you're aiming to only knock unconscious and not to kill, it'll do so.
Okay, We'll tell the story.
Unless
I'll tell-
DM rolls otherwise, of course.
Okay, I was about to say I'll tell the story later, but that was not what happened the first time I played with Jake.
Okay. Mogmoth, you do bring up a good point, but it just feels, I don't know, different to just off them when they're not armed and not fighting.
All right, we'll reunite them with the friends and then see what's what, I suppose.
Right, because our beef is not with the halflings, it's with the beast that they're protecting.
Well, now I don't know about that. We killed several others just now.
Well, that was because they were trying to actively kill us.
All right.
They
These
did
guys are
poison
kind-
me.
Well, these guys are at death's door. And if we do like Frida said and just gag them, then they're not going to be that much of a threat, even if they do get back with their buddies.
All right.
Yeah, let's have them lead the way.
How
Who's
long?
gonna, sorry, go ahead.
How long has it been since Mogmoth cast Intellect Fortress? And I think Frida did too, actually.
You think that, yeah, you're pretty close to the end of that spell effect.
Okay. You were asking who's gonna bind them.
Exactly, yep.
I think I have a +3. What does
I was
everybody
gonna
else
say
have?
not
Or
me.
what's the
Sleight
Sleight of
hand.
hand.
Probably sleight of
I got
hand.
+2.
Big old 0.
All right,
Mogmoth will
Mogmoth,
take
you
some
can
room.
roll with advantage if Glornell's kind of giving you a hand here.
Yeah, holding them still, making sure they don't
Right.
squirm.
Yeah.
That is a 16.
Okay, great. Okay, you bind the halflings, you gag them, you kind of plop them in front of the group. I think they are going a little bit slow for you all. They've got short little legs, so they're not quite going the speed that you would normally be going. So they're going to slow you down a bit as well.
If it's our intention to protect our minds when we go to kill the beast, we might want to rest up shortly before.
I think we
A little,
Okay.
a little
Here.
picnic.
I would be okay with that,
Yeah.
honestly.
You say so. That I mean, I want us to have, you know, clear-headedness. I can also offer some amount of protection against, you know, the mind warping effects, but probably for not as long as you can.
And I can protect us physically.
Yeah, I have my channel divinity basically does the same thing that Intellect Fortress does, just for 1 minute.
So I can cast the other one now, and then we can hope that we get a chance to rest before we see the beast, or we can rest now and I can cast it and maybe only have 1 spell slot left for the beast. It's up to you guys.
Isn't I will say, isn't part of like why we're able to navigate so quickly the fact that we can think clear-headedly?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise we were like, wow, this is like way shorter because we're not getting stuck by all these crazy illusions and
Mm-hmm.
such. So if we're not protected, we might take longer.
Well, we could do it either way. Either I can cast it now, 2nd spell slot,
Yeah.
and hope
Oh, I
that
see
by
what
the
you're
time we
saying.
get to the beast, I have a chance to do another short rest or a short rest. Or we can short rest now. I can cast it and then only have 1 spell slot left.
Gotcha.
The safe bet is to cast it now. So that, yeah, the safe bet is to cast it now. Or I could bet on having a short rest before we see the beast and have 2 spell slots. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. We don't, how much do we know about like the beast slayer itself?
We know
Do
that
we know
it's
anything?
fast, so this could potentially take us days to walk through.
I thought we had like discovered that like it was actually a lot smaller than we thought, and it seems really vast because of all the illusions.
Just because it's smaller than we thought doesn't mean it's still not going to take a long time.
That's
I
fair.
think
Do we,
I think Socken had told you that she would not be surprised if it would take you about a day to get from the periphery that she knows of to approximate center of the thing. And that the the speed with which you've crossed with your mines protected has been dramatically faster, maybe 10, 20 times faster.
I think we're probably pretty close. I say, if anything, Mogmoth, if you need to rest, let's go ahead and rest.
All right, tea time.
And we can try and find some shelter from the sun here and get a bit of a break. So that you're as ready to go as possible.
Yeah, there is just not a lot in terms of respite from the sun and the heat. You're out on this blasted black plain. Unless you were able to dig down somehow, it's not going to be particularly restful.
Could Morgan do the tiny hut thing that we had discussed previously, since it's like temperature controlled inside?
Sure.
Okay.
that-
Yeah. I'll
Do you have
ritual-
that? Cool.
Yeah, I can ritual cast that.
It'll just make our short rest take an hour and 11 minutes instead of an hour.
Oh no.
Oh man, we're gonna be really late.
Okay, it's
Great.
9 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. How big is your familiar, Miradar?
It is not gonna fit inside.
Okay.
So it'll sit on the outside,
Okay, cool.
kind bopping around watching.
Curl up around the dome.
I'm pretty sure it's a large size creature,
Yeah.
Around the entire
Okay.
dome.
so it can't fit
Yeah,
inside.
comfortable, dry, cozy little magical hut.
Yes.
Steps up.
Wonderful.
Yes, that means I get back my 4th level spell slot.
Oh, you have the arcane recovery? Is that
Yep.
what that? Awesome.
Okay, so is anybody gonna, oh yeah, I forgot, I did record everybody's hit points. So I have Mogmoth 105, Miradar 109, Morgan 70, Frida 123, and Gornell at 162.
You say 73?
Oh, that's
70.
including 10 hit points. Okay,
Yes.
cool. I was like 123.
Good. I forgot to
yeah,
save
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
I am my temp HP are gone. So
Yeah, those are basically your current hit points as far as I register.
I will
How
expend
How long
it
does
then.
10 hit points last? Like, do we have those like whole day?
Uh,
Like, are we worried about them like
Until
expiring?
they
at
get
some
wiped
point?
off, or like I can, per the feat, I can reinitiate that after we've taken a rest. So like at the end of this feat, or at the end of this rest, potentially I could like refresh it all. And it wouldn't add any more than you have if you still have max, but it would get everyone back up to 17. If I
More than I've
did
currently
that at the
dropped, so.
Yeah, I think I basically decided it would last until your next long rest.
Cool. So I'm gonna expend a hit dice. Try and
Okay.
heal back up a little bit here. Stay on the table. Wow, these are some bad hit dice rolls. Right. Let's see. I'm gonna do 3, I think, just to try and get this back. There we go. Okay. That's a total of 13. I rolled 1, a 4, and an 8. So
Okay, I mean, you only needed 8, right?
yeah, the first one was a 1 and the second one was a 4.
You
So-
add your con bonus to that though.
Oh, don't do, that's right. Okay, then I can just do the first 2 then, because
Yeah.
I would have already been at max after 2
Yep, okay. Anybody
So I'll
else
mark
using any
myself
hit
in.
dice?
at 11.
I don't think I
think
can.
everybody's-
because I can't.
No, everybody's still over their actual with the inspiring leader, okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, it says you can't regain temporary hit points from this feat until it finishes short or long rest. So if everybody's finished a short rest, I guess you could do it again.
Yeah, I'll give us a little pep talk here. Like, all right, guys, we've already done way better than we thought. We thought this was going to take all day to get there, and we're there in like a matter of hours. We're on track to just knock this thing out in no time. Handled our first encounter with the halflings like it was nothing. We got this. We got this. Trying to be as positive as I can because Mirador is positive. So
Okay, so that's everybody plus 17.
yeah.
Sweet.
And if you already had some, it just goes up to 17. They don't stack together.
Right. Yes. So Mogmoth 113, Glornell 173, Frida 135, Mirador 134, Morgan 82, and Saken adds 17.
And I'm trying to think how many people I can do.
It's 6.
6. So it's the 5 of us and then Saken. Cool.
Yeah.
Give it
That
to the
works.
people who
Sweet.
just punched.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking
Okay.
about if we had an
Wait,
expert, I
are-
was going to give it to my mount, but
They
No,
couldn't understand.
2 of the cannibals.
Are little prisoners like stuck in this bubble with us? Or
Yeah.
like where are they? Okay.
Did they get
Yeah,
a
but
short
They're
does-
rest?
chilling.
Does
Hey,
the speech
Byron.
need to be in a language that the target understands?
they don't get targeted by it. It can only be 6 people that I choose, and I choose us.
They're bound and
Saken.
gagged, so they're not getting a rest out of
They're
this
not feeling
time.
the pep. All right.
They're not comfortable.
Okay.
Okay, so Morgan erects this little magical hut for you guys. You settle in. Mirador gives you a little pep talk. Mogmoth, Morgan regains some spell slots.
Oh, Mogmoth is going to search the halflings. Do they have anything on them?
Oh, sure. Yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff. So they both have some kind of armor, like mostly made of like flattened pieces of slate, as well as some like leather straps sort of thing, halfling sized, obviously. They both have 2 stone spears. One of them has a stone club, and one of them has a what looks like a long reed, like a blow dart sort of thing. They also have some pouches, and those pouches are a bunch of like little kind of collections of flowers, kind of like, you guys know what gunpowder tea looks like? It's basically like
Yes.
tea that's like a little ball. When it hits water, like opens up. It looks like a bunch of things that are like that, like little condensed plant matter.
Oh, whoa.
It smells floral. Yeah.
Morgan, you ever seen anything like this?
Have I? Well, okay. I'll look really closely at it and try to figure out something about it.
Yeah, nature.
$19.
Yeah, it's some kind of infused thing that's designed to be an infusion. You're not 100% sure that it's not poison.
No.
I'm 99.9 repeating, of course, percent sure that this is not poison, but I don't really feel like taking that chance. Could I have that
Check.
to look at back in the lab?
Okay, you can do that,
Or
or-
one of
All
them?
right. But if it's tea, I'd like it back.
Sure. Oh, I might want to try some.
If it's tea, you can try it back on the ship, and if it turns out to be poison tea, we can help deal with that at that point in time.
If
But
it's
for
not,
now,
then it's celebration tea.
Celebration tea. I'm for it.
celebration tea indeed.
Are you going to take any of those material, Mogmoth, from these halfling? It's all not shoddily constructed, but clearly inferior to what you guys have.
Primitive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mogmoth's just
exactly.
he sets it beside sort of delicately, like, all right, we'll just leave these right here then, and perhaps they can collect them later.
That seems like a good idea, Mogmoth. We don't really need them, but I don't really want them to have them either. So
I especially like the idea of taking away their blow darts.
yes.
How do the spears look? Like, can I throw them? 'Cause I'm running kind of low on javelins.
Yeah, you can add 2 stone javelins to your
Yeah.
inventory if you want. They're minus
right,
1
'cause you-
minus 1 damage.
Because you threw some of your javelins like out of the ship
Yeah,
window
I'm down to
or
1.
into space on the no gravity planet.
Yep,
As you do.
as you do.
Why not?
Okay, anything else before you guys head off following this track and where the halflings are pointing towards Crawl?
I don't think so. I don't think I have anything else.
All right, great. Glornell, I have you and Saken still leading the group, and then Morgan and Miradar in the middle, and Mogmoth and Frida pulling up the rear. How far, what sort of distance is there between each of these pairs?
I think we should stay a little further apart, but not too far apart, you know, like close enough that we can quickly react. But if we're so close together, like say an under sandworm to eat us all in one gulp, that might be a little too close.
I think actually
Wanna
before
try
we
to
set out,
minimize how many people get eaten at once, huh?
Mogmoth might propose again that he scout ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna scout a little ways ahead, if you think you're gonna be able to navigate the desert fine, then you're definitely the sneakiest of us.
Mogmoth, you want to borrow the carpet?
All right.
Does Mogmoth, do you know how to fly that thing?
I could imagine.
Never mind.
Yeah, but it's conceivably possible you could train someone to do this, Morgan, but just tossing them on the carpet is not likely to yield a positive outcome.
Fair enough.
I mean, I've piloted a complex spacecraft before.
Okay, now I'm trying to think about the pros. Now I'm trying to think about the pros and cons of taking Mogmoth on the carpet to scout.
I think Mogmoth can just do the scouting. I think if we're gonna go that route, Mogmoth is pretty stealthy. He can handle himself.
He's also pretty nimble, so
What if something happens to you out there? We won't be able to know.
Oh, Morgan. I know it's all our least favorite thing.
okay.
All right, here we go again.
You don't have to link everyone, right? You could just link like 2
Right.
people.
I was thinking I could link like Mogmoth, Frida, and myself, maybe.
Well, that was almost really fun.
I guess it's a tradition at this point that like if some of us are gonna have to suffer it,
Y'all need a
all of us
chaperone.
do.
An asexual, aromantic chaperone.
Mogmoth hasn't come back in a long time.
Oh man.
All right, so how do we want to do this, like for real?
I just want to just go for the full sweep.
Just it's annoying, and I know I'm gonna regret it, but just link me in.
Okay, it wasn't my idea this time. Just throwing that out there. All right, I go ahead and ritual cast Rory's telepathic bond. I don't know why
Okay,
that's-
awesome.
I like to think that in the back, in the telepathy, just like in the background, someone's thinking of like whatever this universe equivalent of the Rickroll song is, but we can never tell whose mind it is. Or like who's thinking that.
It's excellent.
Gets stuck in like someone else's head, and then it's like playing twice with like a slight delay.
Slight
like,
delay.
going on.
Oh God, this is horrible. Never mind, I want out.
Eventually, it
Uh,
becomes a round.
Okay, Mogmoth, how much further ahead are you gonna go from the group?
Oh gosh. I guess I'll go like 15 minutes ahead.
Okay,
Before
pretty
you
reasonable
skip off, I'm
distance.
gonna grab your hand and just be like, be careful, will ya?
I will for you,
Okey-dokey.
Frida.
Give me a stealth check, Mogmoth.
All right. Oh,
And this is
Okay.
with disadvantage because you're on this broken plane with basically no cover.
All right. I did even better. It was a 19, and that is a 29-30.
That's with your lowest roll?
Oh wait. Oh, you're right. That's the opposite. That's advantage. It
Yes.
was a 17.
Oh, that's still very high. Okay.
So yeah, I rolled a 17 and I thought I was gonna do worse, but so that's a 28.
Wow. Awesome. Okay. All right. You are absolute ghost in this desert. You're like using all of the shadows that you possibly can, even though with the bright sunlight, you're like looking behind you and like, the way that the terrain is kind of cracked. You're like, ooh, if I like line up in that crack, like someone watching from this distance wouldn't see anything because I'd just be part of that crack. You're just cruising over the desert here. Give me a D6, please.
Okay. 4.
4. As you're stealthily kind of ghosting across the desert blasted landscape here, you kind of look up and you see a little shimmer of a spherical object, maybe a couple of inches in diameter, that's just kind of floating along with the wind, and it's lightly drifting towards you. Oh yeah, did you recast Intellect Fortress, Monmouth?
Yes.
Okay. And that got who?
Ooh, yeah. How many did I say I could do? 3 of us, I think. And then
3.
Frida, wasn't Frida able to do?
She
So
was
we-
able to, but I'm not sure if she
I can do it
recovered
again.
spell slot. Oh,
No,
she
I
can?
have 2 spell slots. I did not recover it. So this will be my last 3rd level, which will take away fly.
It's up to you guys. Mogmoth could do Mogmoth. Frida, Miradar's pretty well protected against it herself, right?
Yeah, Mirador is pretty
That's the best chance
solid.
of being.
Yeah.
Like, does he-
So
I mean, obviously not immune considering like Balloon Glornil and like the spinning forever, like holding her arm up in the air.
Were these
But, like-
these were charisma saves, right?
I don't think we had saves.
Yeah,
Oh, we did.
it just happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mirador just has like the strongest like sense of reality.
So before he
yeah.
goes, Mogmoth will like tag himself and he tags Frida, and then he like holds his hand out, uncertain who will get the 3rd one.
Morgan, sorry, Glornil. Morgan is
go
going to reach their hand out and snag it because they don't want to get feeble-minded again.
All right, bring it on in.
Thank you.
All right.
And it does not meet Glornil's gaze at all. Feeling bad.
Okay, so Mogmoth sees this thing. Does it look like it's drifting intentionally or like a?
Oh man, give me an insight check.
That's a 17.
It seems like it's like floating on the wind. I mean, it's not like it headed towards you, but it's kind of like lazily headed your direction.
If Mogmoth zigs hard in a different
Uh-huh.
direction, what happens?
It just floats on by.
Okay, what's it as it gets closer? What does it look like?
I mean, it got you spotted it like 5 feet away, so it was pretty
Oh,
close.
okay,
It looked
pretty close.
it looks like a soap bubble,
Ooh, how big is it?
like a couple inches in diameter. Kind of floats off
Alright
down
then.
the desert.
All right. Mogmoth will continue on.
Okay, notifying anybody through the telepathic bond, or
No, but a soap jingle will like come through the telepathic bond.
like what he used to sing, like when he was a boy, like getting scrubbed down in a bed.
Yeah, or like for like a bath soap ad.
Everybody in the bond give me a wisdom saving throw, please. Except for Fox.
Shoot.
Who's close to me?
Natural 20.
If you're close
Awesome.
to me, you get a +4.
Ooh.
Are we close to you or did we spread out?
Well, and if you
There
have
was one.
intellect
Morgan
fortress,
was. Oh yeah,
Well,
the intellect fortress, you get advantage.
Right, with the intellect. Oh, do we? Well, yeah. With the intellect for or unfortress people, I was gonna say Morgan and I should be paired off with one of you. So like one of us is with Miradar and the other one was with Glorno. Logically speaking, that means I'm with Miradar because I hate you. But it's getting better. So maybe this is our bonding time. So who knows?
But yes, if you have intellect fortress up, you get an advantage.
Wait, that's 15.
Well, my second roll was not better than a natural 20, so
So wait, do I have Miradars plus extra?
And what's the range on that? Mirador?
10 feet.
No, I think you guys are a little bit
I'm
further
standing
apart. than that.
11 feet away from you.
Well,
Yeah.
because like the way that because we're spread out, but we're also partnered. So you're Miradar and you are separated. So you're either with Morgan
Okay.
or myself. Sorry, I have a Cheeto in my mouth.
Yeah, so I have Frida Miradar and Frida's horrible monstrosity familiar together, and then
Oh,
Glornell,
Miradar.
Morgan, and Falcon.
Yeah, that's say I'll
Yeah.
tell Morgan, since you took the last Might Shield, you can babysit me, and then we keep going.
Oh, I guess I don't need to make a wisdom
Oh, I
save
guess.
for the familiar because it's not in the mind link.
It's not in the link.
And mine's
Great, yeah.
technically this, I guess.
Okay, great. So you guys hear this little jingle coming through the telepathic bond, and you're able to think of like some other song to override it before it like lodges into your mind and becomes all that you think about the rest of the day.
We're about to have a horrible feedback loop.
Yeah. 5 different radio stations are going to be. Okay, your homework tonight, guys, is to pick the song that your character would have playing in the back of their mind default wise. That way, next time we do
Oh,
this,
boy.
we can have all 5 songs playing at the exact same time. Okay, just think about
Yes. Yes. I'm for it.
Glornell, you're cruising along. Everything seems like pretty normal. Everything seems okay. And then suddenly on the horizon, you see a bunch of like little rainbow shimmers. And they resolve into hundreds of little bubbles that start just kind of swarming past you, just kind of lazily, not aggressively. It's just you're suddenly surrounded by this massive swarm of bubbles.
Just all around me,
Yeah,
non-threatening
yeah, just
looking.
you. Yep. Yeah, you pop one. Pop. It goes pop. You guys see Glornell start to poke his finger in the air.
Glornell, you okay
okay.
there?
Well,
Morgan, yeah, you're right next to him. You see Glornell.
Yeah, just it's bubbles that are floating around.
Yeah, it
starting
pops
to
with
think
a
they're not
nice-
real there, are
With
they?
a little wet pop.
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to kind of scan the air around Glornell where he is popping the bubbles just to see if I can see anything coming out of them or any phenomenon that's
You
going
don't
on.
see any bubbles, Morgan. You don't.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
see anything. Yeah, all you see is Glornell poking his finger at the air.
Oh, revise. What are you doing?
Popping the bubbles.
What bubbles? I don't see any bubbles.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Stay close.
Oh well.
Okay, Mogmoth, you continue on your scouting ahead of the group, and you see in the distance, again, this blackened plain is pretty featureless. You see a hump of either a rock or something not very tall, maybe a couple 3 feet, just at the edge of your horizon vision ahead of you.
All right. Mogmoth will slowly make his way towards it
Okay.
until it starts to resolve itself a little bit.
Okay. You see another little soap bubble bob past, not like headed towards you, but like maybe 5 feet to your right.
Oh, it says on the telepathic link. Oh, all right. I'm seeing soap bubbles, and the first one seemed like it might be a fluke, just like you might see in the desert. But now I've seen 2.
Wait, Glornell just told me that
Yeah.
he was seeing soap bubbles too, but I don't see
I'm in this
any
link too. I see soap bubbles.
You said just like you might see in the desert. What deserts are you in that have just naturally occurring soap bubbles?
All right, Miradar. I didn't know you knew so much about deserts.
That's fair. I probably don't. Maybe there's some kind of crazy bubble deserts I'm unfamiliar with.
I mean, you don't know, I don't know.
You know,
think
anything's
it's a-
possible out
It's a
here.
big place. You know, there might be one of anything, but two seems improbable.
I
haven't
think
seen
we're
any.
talking about the point though, which is the fact that I can't do the accent today. I'm sorry. I'm gonna blame it on the Cheetos. That Mogmoth sees one who is protected, but Glorinil doesn't. So that
I mean, they don't seem to be swarming or anything, or even seem to take notice of me, but it's a strange thing, isn't it?
is because it implies that maybe it's something else entirely.
I wonder if they're even there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a distinct possibility.
You try
I
popping it.
don't see.
It wouldn't be the first time we saw something that wasn't there. Hell, I just showed the halfling something that wasn't there.
I'm just saying I
Sawkin
don't think
suddenly
it's-
falls forward and screams,
Ooh.
"Ah!" Whack, and just falls onto her face.
Ah,
I rush over
Uh,
to help her up.
As do
Okay. You help her up. She's kind of looking around, wide-eyed. She's like, I fell so far. I fell so far.
You
You're
only
okay.
fell a
It's
few
just the
feet.
spice messing with us.
She's kind of shaking as you're standing and then holding her and kind of keeping her grounded.
But do you see bubbles here?
She's looking around. She's like, no, I don't.
No,
There's-
I
there's
do.
a-
Like, you
there's
can't
a
trust
cat-
your mind right now.
There's a chasm right there.
There's not.
I see it.
There's no chasm, just like there's no bubbles.
well,
Trust
She
us.
puts her foot forward, and even though her foot like taps the ground, she's like, see my foot, it's falling into the chasm.
See
No,
my
no,
foot
no.
and I'll like reach my foot.
She
Like toss a
seems
rock.
inconsolable. In the same way, Glorinil, that you're like, there's clearly a bubble here. Like I popped it, it like made a little wet sound. It got a little wetness on my finger.
Or no, maybe you can carry Sawkin across the chasm.
Yeah. Do you trust me to get you across the chasm?
Okay, yeah, she like points to where it is, and you like walk her around the chasm.
Yeah, you just guide me around.
Okay, yeah, Frida.
I'm sus of these bubbles because they're the only thing that's being seen by people that are both mentally protected and not mentally protected, unlike the other issues, which have only been seen so far by people who aren't mentally protected. So I'm worried about the bubbles. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just telling you that I'm gonna be mentally looking out for these bubbles.
Hey, Morgan, is there
Similar are
some
the
weird?
bubbles, like based on like their respective descriptions of them. Like, do the bubbles that like Florinil's seem like the same like phenomenon as what Mogmoth is seeing? Or could it just be
I don't know that, I don't,
coincidence
you get,
bubbles?
as far as I know, you guys have not communicated very much detail about what you're
Okay.
seeing.
Okay. we're just
What were you-
saying the same.
What were you saying, Mirador?
Do these things seem magic? Is there any weird magic going on that we're not aware of?
I cast Detect Magic.
Are you gonna ritual cast it, or are you gonna spend a spell slot?
I think he can do it at will with that.
That's
feat.
right. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have Eldritch Sight, so I can cast.
Oh, cool.
Pretty dope.
I think you've done this before in this blasted, horrible nightmare place before, Morgan. Immediately, you are overwhelmed with enchantment and illusion magic everywhere.
Whoa. Okay, yeah. There's magic here. Two different kinds. There's enchantment and illusion going on. I think at least some of us are being affected by some kind of spell or magic aura.
That does check out.
I mean, possibly the closer we get to the beast.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, I see something just over this rise here.
Mogmoth, as you approach, it resolves into a small humanoid figure. It looks like he's kind of sitting on his bum with his feet kind of extended in front of him. He's got something in his hands that he pulls up to his lips every now and then. And then you see a couple of bubbles resolve from this figure and drift on the wind in your general direction.
Does it look like a cannibal halfling?
Give me a perception check.
21.
It is pretty much the same size as one of the halflings, but it doesn't look like it's decked out in the same like weird armor or have any, you don't see any mutations on it or anything. You're still a fair ways away from it. You like just enough to tell like it's a little like small humanoid. You can't quite make out what race it is.
All right, there's a little fellow here blowing bubble, a pipe, blowing bubbles.
Are they the same bubbles that you've been seeing?
Well, certainly not. These ones are new.
No, I mean, no. But they look the same as the ones you've been seeing, right?
I mean, a bubble's a bubble.
Yes. You have a valid point there, Mogmoth. I have to agree.
Uh,
Should we rejoin you? Does this person look threatening, or what are they doing?
Does he
I
look
want-
like? Can I see from here if he has any weapons on him?
You cannot really tell he doesn't have any obvious like big ass long sword or like plate mail or anything like that, but totally have a dagger or something. You'd have to get like pretty close to see.
Yeah.
I really want to see if I can see the boy or the halfling, whoever this person is, because if I can't see the bubbles, then maybe I can't see the bubble blower.
It's a fair point. I mean, possibly we should just all go around him. I mean, either he's real, in which case we ought to go around him, or he's not, in which case it's no big loss if we go around him.
Can you go around him and not be spotted? And more importantly, can we go around him and not be spotted?
I suppose if
But I
you gave
trust
him a
you
wide
probably
enough
could.
berth. Unless he has vital information.
Mirador, you see a kind of a flat stone path appear in front of you, and it has a very slight, slow upward slant to it.
Where does it seem to be going up to?
You can't see. It looks like it's just kind of going off into the distance.
That looks more convenient than this sand. I'm just gonna go walk on it.
Okay, awesome.
I'm the one next to him. Is she doing anything weird, or is she just continuing to walk in a straight line but
Let's
looking up?
see. What's Frida's passive wisdom? I don't think you're able to notice
Terrible.
Miradar's taking slightly different step lengths.
That's fine. As long as she's suddenly not going in a different direction.
It doesn't look like Miradar's just walking right next to you like normal.
That's fine then.
Miradar,
Does
from your
Miradar
point of view,
perceive-
you're walking up this
Okay, I was
thing.
gonna say, does she perceive that she's going like up and up and up?
Yes, exactly. And looking down now at the rest of the party.
How long does it
Miradar's
seem like
gonna-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Miradar's gonna shout down to Frida like, "Hey, what is it? What are you doing down there? This is so much easier." And like yell, like full on screaming it because she's like way up in the air now.
You don't really need to be yelling at me, Mirador. You're right next to me.
What do you
can't hear-
mean?
You can't hear what she's saying, Mirador.
What are
She's
you
just like
saying?
speaking conversationally.
Miradar's like holding her ear like, "What did you say? I can't hear you down there."
Oh my god, please stop.
Mogmoth, you hear some voices from behind you carrying on the desert wind.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
which-
all right. Is someone making a ruckus? It
Mirador
sounds as though someone's
suddenly-
making a
I'm gonna
ruckus.
think in my mind and be like,
that reminds me,
connected
like, oh wait,
telepathically.
we have the telepathic bond.
you don't need to be shouting at me right now. We're connected
Sorry.
with our minds.
What do you do? This is so much easier. Why are you walking down there? The stone path is so much more convenient. I have such a good view up here. What can I see? Can I see anything useful from up here?
All right, can you see the boy with the pipe?
Oh my god.
You cannot see anything useful up here, Mirador.
Okay, I mean, it just looks like desert up here, but it's a good vantage point. You could get a better view.
I think you're being affected by the world, Mirador. You didn't go up at all. I'm gonna grab her shoulder.
I don't think Mirador perceives that. I think that
Aw,
the
damn.
Miradar's like all 5 senses are that
Yeah.
she's up on this stone path.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of how Sakin was like, yeah, my
Mhm.
foot's totally going through the
Yeah.
chasm,
Yes, exactly. Yep,
even when it's literally hitting the ground.
yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, and we are down like low. I think I've got like Socken like guiding me around the cavern. So we might be walking weird since Frida was
Okay.
asking about walking patterns earlier.
Am I getting to the point, like, from my point of view, that it's like really high and like, I'm not gonna be able to get down from here without like incurring some kind of pain as I fall off?
Actually, you feel a great sense of comfort going up this stone path in the way that you're like, oh, you're a paladin, you know, like your paladin abilities and you know your connection to religious power and everything. It's almost like you're being called to go up this path that's perfectly safe.
I see you, perfectly safe. I'm gonna have my steed, my mount, Azrath, come like fly up next to me.
Already next to you. Yeah, has been flying the whole
Perfect.
time. Yep,
Perfect. It's just like flying along next to me.
yep,
Sweet.
exactly. Okay.
I'm just continuing on.
Yeah, I mean, Miradar, like from your guys' point of view, Miradar's just walking along.
Yeah, that's fine. I told you what I told you. So keep going in the same direction. I don't care.
Keep an eye on her, Frida. I'll keep an eye on Gornell.
Okay, Mogmoth, you're gonna get any closer to this figure. It doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
No, Mogmoth is going to divert around it. How long have we
Okay.
been walking?
Like 10 minutes, not long.
Okay. And he's going to sort of like mentally relay like the path that the others could take to also avoid this guy. Is that possible?
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you can basically tell him like, you know, keep following the trail that Glornil, you know, found. When you see this figure, just detour around.
Yeah.
Does my stone path give me a convenient detour around the way that they're going?
Your stone path does not actually. So you guys, so Frida and Morgan, you both spot this figure kind of sitting on the desert floor. And you can understand Mogmoth's instructions. You can kind of help, you know, Glornil and Sakin, but Miradar keeps on going straight.
Well, if Miradar starts not following me, I'm going to, since they didn't register my touch before, I'm just going to drag him.
Just drag him.
Yep. Just
Okay.
keep rotating them until they're like, because if she can't feel me touching her, like if
Right,
she can't
right.
perceive me touching her shoulder, she can't
Yep.
perceive me turning her. It's not going to
Right,
affect her
right.
perception.
Kinda
I'm just gonna
gently
keep
So you're just
turning
like
her.
re-aiming. It's like,
Yep.
a little RC car that only goes straight. And you just turn it when it needs
Yep.
to go in a different.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
You guys, so let's see. Glornil, you get accosted by a wave of bubbles. Like you kind of lose sight of everybody else. It's just constantly these bubbles. You get what, like little, like 1 centimeter bubble, like sticks onto your finger and just holds there, kind of indefinitely. Morgan and Frida, you guys do see a couple of bubbles float by on the wind.
Uh-oh. Frida, are you seeing them? Because I'm seeing a couple of bubbles now.
Yeah, no,
Right, well, we're
Sure.
passing near the bubble blower. So perhaps that's the genesis.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see any of these bubbles.
Hmm.
But then again, they're maybe hard to see from up here.
I told you there were bubbles. You guys didn't believe me.
Up where?
I don't think the bubbles are something that the world is creating. I think the bubbles are real, not part of the
Thank
weird
you.
magic that's been happening. Yes, Glornil, for once I agree with you.
They're
I'm only
all up in
seeing
my face. Can't see
now,
things.
and I'm only seeing a few.
Where have you gone? Up where? I didn't go
Way
up
up-
anything.
Way up here on this path.
Oh, just ignore him, or just ignore her, Mogmoth.
All right.
That's
Aye, aye,
rude.
Captain.
About the up. Mirador.
Oh boy.
Morgan, what were you saying? I didn't catch
Telepathy.
it.
I was just telling the others that I'm only now seeing the bubbles and I'm only seeing like a handful of them.
Yeah.
Does Glornil indicate in any
Yeah.
way that
I
he's
thought
swarmed
that's
by
all that I would
bubbles?
see.
I mean, he's like swiping on trying to get him out of his face.
Yeah, and Glornil seems to be batting at bubbles that I don't see.
Are they hurting him?
Are they hurting you, Glornil?
They're kind of
like
making it hard to see. Like, I mean, they're not painful except like when they get in my eyes and it's like soapy, you know how that is. And so like
That's
that's
the
not too
worst.
great, but they're more obnoxious than anything else.
I mean, we
There,
could
we see
confront
where
the
I'm
bubble
going.
blower as a group, request politely he declined to blow the bubbles.
We could, and if we do so, we should definitely do it as a group. But I think it's really going to lead to more questions because we can't trust anything we learn in here.
Well, I mean, maybe if I got you right up on him, before he saw us, and then we could, ask him. Oh, he's the beast, and he just looks like a bubble blower. In which case, bingo, there we are.
Well, I suppose I'm good either way, as long as we're going to do it all together.
So what's the plan? Are you guys gonna like converge on this figure in the desert?
Can Sakin give us any insight if this is like relatively close to the center of the beast's territory that they were expecting us to get to?
Sure. Sakin's still kind of looking around. It looks like she's constantly looking for cracks. She says, I'm not quite sure. I never went to the center myself, but we've been going for a while, haven't we?
Yeah,
I'm kind of losing track, having to walk around all these cracks.
Right.
Nice on us down.
I think if there's a chance that we can get rid of the illusions by talking to the bubble blower, then we probably should just go ahead and do that.
There's always the chance that things could get worse.
There's always a chance they could get better, Frida.
Think on the positive side.
Not something I really do.
Well, it could be
Gotta be
both.
honest with you.
Could run into some trouble, but
I
then
mean,
we'll get.
I'll be
but then
honest,
also trouble.
I'm inclined to assume it's trouble as well, but I'm trying to think positive here for Magmoth's sake here.
All right, it's
Yeah.
fine. We can go around him. If no
Well-
one minds the bubbles.
As long as we do it together, I'm fine with talking to him. I just want us all to be ready for whatever that means for us.
All right,
Well,
I'll-
the bubbles and
I
the
can-
hallucinations are starting to concern me, even though they're not really bothering me. So yeah, let's go talk to them.
Okay, I can rejoin you if this path is so much easier, but all right, I'll fly down and I like hop onto the mount. And
Okay. Yep,
And
you
fly
you
down.
guys see Miradar get on what is it, Azeroth? Azarath. And basically just like Azarath like on the ground, like hops around in a circle. It's trying to obey Miradar's commands to like go down, and it's doing the best it can.
Ooh.
And I'm heading down to you guys. I'll be there in a second.
Yep. You get to the ground eventually. So you guys gonna meet up and then walk together? Are you gonna sneak up? What's the plan here? Or did you decide to go around? I didn't hear the consensus.
Well, I could sneak from where I am, and you could sneak from where you are. And then I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll just see how
We
that
can-
works out.
we just
We
see how
can
it
try
works.
and sneak,
Yeah.
I'll be honest,
We'll
I'm
look
not
for the
very good
best.
at it, but I will definitely try.
And then if he sees all you
Um,
guys, at least he won't see me.
Could at least be a distraction at that end.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then,
but-
ah!
Fails, you know.
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth. Put it in the chat for me, please.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
Ka-chow.
Do I have
the
any
first
sort
one
of
was so
penalty to
good.
myself given as I am being directed by
Yeah, 100%. You
Okay,
you're definitely
cool.
at disadvantage, Glornil.
not that
You,
this first
you
one was
can't
any good, but yeah.
you can't even really see where you're going.
I feel like Frida has a nagging cough or something. It's just like every her stealth rolls are always so.
I'm just always used to not being stealthy anyways from the armor and the lamp and everything. That now that I have the opportunity, I'm really blowing it.
Oh,
Okay, you guys approach in the direction of the figure. Mirador, you're still not seeing, what they're describing. Glornell, the bubbles have cleared enough where you can kind of see the desert around. You are similarly not seeing a figure or anything. Frida, Morgan, you guys both see this figure sitting in the desert. Mogmoth, you spot your compatriots. They are not even vaguely concealed. Like you can see them from, a mile away.
all right, I can see you all quite well. Quite well. So whatever you're doing, perhaps do differently.
I'm sneaking. What are you talking about?
All right, I can see you all low to the ground. Mirador, I'm moving rather slowly.
That's what you always do when you sneak.
That's
Why
true.
doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work when I do it?
It's a fair imitation. It's a fair imitation. It's a bit like charades, like I'm an airplane, but you can't really fly.
It's an airplane.
Okay, you guys. So are you planning to get like to converge at the same time, or Mogmoth, are you going to try to get there before these guys who are clearly not stealthing?
I think just let you guys go.
Yeah.
Because he's
Okay.
gonna see you, and then I will be stealthy, and so if shit goes down, we at least have that.
Got it. Okay, great. All right, you all approach this figure. It looks up at you. As you get closer, you identify it looks like a male gnome. You all have encountered gnomes before. You know what they look like. This is a gnome. You have not seen a gnome on Vornas before, but you've definitely encountered gnomes before. He's dressed a little bit weird. He's got a red, it looks like a hat, and it has just a flap on the front part of it instead of all around like a normal hat would be. So it's very odd looking in that regard. And he's got a little pipe from which he is blowing bubbles. And he's got like a white shirt on and like some shorts and a couple of like leather sandals. He looks kind of leathery skin, like weather-worn skin. He looks kind of middle-aged for a gnome. He kind of looks up at you as you approach and pauses on his bubble blowing. He lifts a hand as you get close. He's still just sitting on the desert, just kind of looking up at you.
Hello.
Mirror
Hey.
lifts a hand in greeting since we've obviously
I don't
spotted.
suppose any
I
of
think
you
we'll
got
work in
a
and out.
teleportation anchor.
Teleportation anchor?
Teleportation anchor is what I'm looking for, if you've got such a thing.
I
I know
can't
what
say
that
that we
is?
do.
Yeah, no Arcana check required, Morgan. This is a device that prevents teleportation, basically.
Sorry, we don't. Although, why do you ask? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I've only got, I don't know, maybe a couple more hours before it kicks in and I'm popped somewhere else again. So, I just thought I'd ask. I always try to see if wherever I end up, they got a teleportation anchor to try to end this popping I do. But, oh well, thanks though.
What was the last place you were popped from?
I don't really know. There are these people that are very rude. I asked them for a teleportation anchor and they kicked me. They kind of pushed me off into a street. It was a pretty scary, loud place.
Well, that's horrible. All you did
Yeah,
was
so most of the time, people aren't very nice. They don't appreciate just a gnome popping up in there wherever they're about. So, yeah, well, you got any food or water?
Does Mirador or Glornell see or hear this fellow?
No, Mirador and Glornell, you guys are like, you see your compatriots trying to, like, they're just talking to the clear air as far as you're concerned.
Oh my goodness. How long has it been since you ate or drank anything?
Well, I scavenged me a chicken a couple blips ago. That was okay. I got some weird orangey stuff the last blip. That was pretty sweet. Tasted kind of artificial though.
Well,
That
I
sounds
I
good to
think.
have.
Can you say that again, Frida?
I'm just gonna give him some food. Some
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
rations.
He
Yeah,
takes
and I'll
his-
give him a little bit of water.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
I
give
do thank you.
him two shins, 2 rations.
Nice. He's kind of nibbling on. He's like, I do thank you. You're welcome to join me in this desert if you want before I blip again. But don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll just blip.
Why are you blipping? Do you know?
Yeah, it was an accident. I was off searching for my treasure, my lifelong treasure, and I thought I found something that was worthwhile, and I messed with it. And I'm not a magic user, and it just started sending me places.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
I actually am a
Savvy.
magic user. What was the treasure you were looking for?
Oh, you're a wizard? Oh, well, that's great. But without an anchor, it can't do much for me, I suppose. I've had folks try doing dispel magic, anti-magic, counter spell. What else they tried? I haven't had anyone do wish on me yet. That's probably my next go-to, but I figure teleportation anchor is easier to get access to. I was looking for gemstones. I'm a gem finder.
I'm
Looking for
sorry,
gemstones.
I'm sorry, I don't know Wish. I wish I did.
I figured not no one I've met yet has, and I don't know they wasted on a poor little blipping gnome like me.
Well, unfortunately, everything you said didn't work is kind of all I have. So
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, and I more importantly appreciate the food. Where are you folks going? Where are you, anyways? Where are we? I mean, it's not matter to me much, but we're in this desert. What you doing here?
well, we made a deal with some of the locals on this planet that we would help them with a problem in exchange for helping us fix our spelljamming ship.
Oh, great. Well, I haven't seen anybody since I've been here. Happen to give you any directions. I can't help much. I'm just a gem miner, you understand. But
How long does it take until you blip?
it's kind of random. Usually a couple hours. I've already been here a couple hours, so it should be another little bit. Not too long.
Okay, can I cast Eldritch Sight? I mean cast detect magic using Eldritch Sight, but try and focus on him so that I don't get completely overwhelmed by all of the magic chaos that's going on.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check, please.
I rolled an 18, so that's a 27.
Oh, wow. Yes, he has a conjuration, very powerful conjuration spell on him. You see with your detect magic some kind of black necromancy sort of veins throughout this conjuration spell that seem to be like drawing energy from this little gnome to power the ongoing spell. It looks like a curse, Morgan.
Oh, my friend, I think that when you found your treasure, you got a curse. Well, unfortunately, I'm not very good at handling that kind of stuff, but if you blip and you can find I don't know, we don't really have people with powers like my friend over here's on my world, but maybe if you could find I don't know, a magical university or just somewhere where you could find some really powerful spellcasters, maybe they can get it off of you.
Oh, thanks. I'd always suspected it was some kind of curse type thing, but I don't know how to correct it. But university is not a bad idea. I could always ask.
It's some kind of conjuration spell, but I think it also has a little dash of necromancy in it too.
Do you ever make it to a place called Angel? There'll be plenty of sorcerers there. Or wizards too.
Yeah, I usually don't find out. Where am I now?
You're on a planet called Voss. Renee forgot. Mm, Frida
You're
says
in,
it.
you're in the far realm,
Mhm.
if that helps right now.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
What's your name?
But if I find a university or library, that's not a bad idea. The last couple cities I was in were pretty big, but no one was willing to help me, I don't think.
What's your name?
My name's Gipnir. He
Gipnir.
he extends a hand to shake.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Frida.
Guess we both shake his hand.
kinda
Yeah, you
understand
can
what
hear
you're going
Morgan, Mirador, no problem.
I kind of understand what you're going through to a lesser extent. I got stuck away from my own.
Sam, you're
plan.
silent.
I got stuck away from my own plane, but it only happened to me the one time.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you take a cursed treasure too?
I don't really know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to her.
Can you hear me now? This is my different mic. It
Yeah,
probably
it's a
sounds
terrible
like
mic, but it's yeah.
I was gonna say I can hear Morgan talking about cursing and removing curses.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't see this guy, but Mirador has prepared remove curse. And well, hey, Morgan, I don't know who you're talking to, but I can remove curses. I have.
Hey, is that touch based?
Yeah, it's a touch spell.
Well, maybe if we take your hand and put it on him, maybe it'll work.
Can
All
I-
right, but if you
Yeah.
remove it, Mogma says
He's
into your
stuck
head.
here with us.
Right, stuck here forever. I mean, we're a good lot to be with.
Right, and I mean we are looking for ways to travel between realms. Anyways, what realm are you from? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm from a little planet called Namara.
What's
You probably
Sphere's
haven't
thought?
heard of it.
Can
Do we
I
know
try
spheres?
and
Like, does he know to say Belusian sphere if I continue down this path of questioning? Or
Difficult to say.
cool.
Maybe a better question. Does Frida know? Or wait, isn't that in the Antillan Empire?
Yeah.
Does
I'm
Frida know
Antillan.
this?
Yeah, it's one of the core
Oh.
planets. If it's the same thing, like Namara is, I guess it's not a hyper unique name. It could be some
Mhm.
other place somewhere else in the multiverse.
Yeah.
I think you may be from. There is a planet in my home system called Namara, actually.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it could be we're from a similar place. I mean, there's only so many places, although I've been to a lot of them.
Are you familiar with the Antillan Empire?
Oh yeah. They're not the best people to work with, but yeah, I'm familiar.
Well, I don't
Okay.
mention. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say because we don't know when you're going to blip again. We have a chance. Can't promise that it's gonna work, but we have an idea of maybe getting you to stay, but it's your choice. You can potentially get uncursed, but you're gonna be stuck with us. Or you can continue blipping if you want. Just know that we are looking for a way to get back to that plane. Hopefully this-
You said we're in the far realm. I don't know. That sounds far away. I'm hoping to blip somewhere closer to home.
We're actually
up to you.
working on. Yeah, we're working on getting back there. It may, but I don't know. Blipping might actually get you there faster than we can.
Yeah, I found all sorts of interesting places when I've been blipping. But I sure do want this curse gone, if that's what it is, if that's what you're calling it. Like I said, I might need to find a university or somebody to tell me how to get rid of it.
Well,
Gotta say, you're handling this really well.
I've been doing this, I don't know, 15 years, I reckon.
Oh my God.
that corresponds because I would have lost like a decade or so.
I kind of lose track of time, obviously, because all the different worlds have different time clocks, but that's kind of my own internal, count. I might be off a few years.
Has he ever heard of Dr. Mild? Mogma says telepathically.
Have you?
He doesn't hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna. Have you ever heard of a person called what's his name? Dr. Mild?
No, I can't say as I have. That's a pretty weird name. I met a bunch of doctors though. Not the last blip. I think 5 blips ago where I landed. I spent a long time. I spent several days. A bunch of them grabbed me and stuck me in a building and had a bunch of doctors looking at me. It was most unpleasant. I was ready to blip out of there as soon as possible. So yeah, that was unpleasant. That was the only doctor's, but no Dr. Mild and on that blip that I can remember. Every now and then, some of the worlds I blip to, they treat me funny and they get a bunch of doctors on me.
Mirador, since she can't hear any of like the saying no to the curse, is gonna look at Morgan like, am I removing a curse? What am I doing? What?
Well,
do I
he
need
says
to
he
try
wants the
something?
Well, he says he wants the curse gone.
Well, I mean, he can just say directly if he wants it gone or not. So
Yeah. Do you want us to get rid of the curse now, or do you want to try getting rid of it yourself in another blip? Because I'll be honest with you, we're in the middle of the desert and we're not heading back towards civilization right now. We still have to finish our job.
if you stay with us, it's going to be a lot of battles. It's going to be dangerous, but the end goal is to get back.
Well, gosh, I appreciate the offer. I'm not much of a fighter. I'm not expecting to stay in this desert very long. I mean, I don't like it, but I've kind of gotten accustomed to it. If I'm in some unpleasant circumstance, I just wait until I blip again. I think, I really appreciate your offer, but I think I'd rather find somewhere better to end up.
Well, you don't have to come with us on to all of our battles. This one you would, because we are currently going to go fight it right now, but afterwards you could always stay on our ship while we continue hunting down the pieces. That way you can hopefully avoid any unfortunate fighting or danger. But it's still going to be dangerous.
Which way do you guys want Gipnir to go? I understand you want him to make the decision.
I don't know.
I need to get a
I kinda
sense from your characters, like how do Frida and Morgan and Mirador
doesn't hear any, Mirador, since she's not hearing any of what he's saying, has no concept of what he wants and is just completely relying on you two. She's just like looking at you like, am I doing it? Am I not doing it?
I mean, I was about to tell
What am I
Mirador that it sounded like he was going to pass, and I think that's probably the best chance for keeping him not dead.
Frida knows what it's like to be trapped and have no control. So since he's trapped, she wants him to have control. So it's literally whatever he wants. It's fine. She just wants him to have all the information.
Right. Give me a persuasion check, Frida.
Oh goodness, I don't know which way I'm persuading him. Oh, I don't know what number I want.
Yeah, control in the sense of choosing to keep blipping or choosing to end up here.
Because hopefully the end goal either way would end up being home. But man, I'm rolling like shit.
Less.
4.
4, okay.
I don't know what that means because I really don't know what I'm trying to persuade him.
I appreciate the offer. I'm not super excited to imminently go into a battle. You look like some dangerous folk. I do want this curse gone, but maybe I'll just walk with you for a little bit if that's okay, and give me some time to think about it.
Okay.
Mirador, Glornil, Mirador, Glornil, both of your perceptual realities shift, and you stop seeing bubbles. Your path in the sky is gone, Mirador, and you see this little gnome fellow kind of get to his feet and dust himself off.
Oh, hello.
So you've been talking to, I assume? Sorry,
Have you always been
just
there?
gone nuts sitting here talking in the air.
Oh, hey. You
Well, no, I've only been here a few hours, I reckon.
Have I always been here have I been here for the last couple minutes?
Yep.
Or did I just appear to you?
Looks like you guys got your own problems.
You just appeared to me, but that's probably a me thing.
Mirador,
He shrugs and blows on his bubble pipe.
You the one who's making all those bubbles.
Yeah, I found this on the last blip. It's kind of a neat toy, isn't it?
Kind of annoying. Been dealing with your bubbles for like a while now.
I'm gonna
sorry.
ask-
I'm sorry they've been upsetting you. He takes it and kind of sadly like stuffs it in a pocket.
Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna
He's doing it.
Eldritch Sight it.
all right. I to scout on ahead.
He jumps.
Oh no, Mogmoth says that. Sorry, telepath. I don't know how to indicate
Oh,
that it's telepathic.
Okay, got it.
Boop, like that. Big fan.
Okay, you guys head off and continue on your way with Gipnir hanging out.
Yeah, and I do want to say to him, just in case you blip out before we could say goodbye. I wish you luck on your travels. I hope you get home. Maybe our paths cross again someday.
Oh,
Do you
thanks.
have-
I appreciate that.
Do you have anything that you can use to protect yourself with if you blip and get into trouble?
Well, that's an interesting question. It seems like it's part of the curse. Here, I got a party trick. Hey, he points at Miradar. You got that? You got a little sword, right?
Yeah.
Here, try to stab me. And he starts jigging around.
Oh, okay. And like really reluctant, she like gives like a half-hearted jab.
Roll attack with disadvantage because you're not trying to hit him.
Oh, unfortunately, I rolled an 18 and a 19 on the dice. That's
Murder him.
plus
Oh fuck! Oda's a widow now.
plus
You get to
9.
tell Tara this.
So that's with disadvantage, that's a 26.
Okay. Yeah. So your sword snakes out, clips Gipnir like under the axilla in a way that would just like completely cut his arm off, and it just like passes right through him.
Oh,
Wow.
that was neat.
Does that
You
work?
sure,
Michelle?
you sure he doesn't want to stay?
How did you do that?
I think that, when you said curse, it kind of made me think that I haven't understood it for the whole time. I couldn't do it before I was blipping, but once I started blipping, anytime someone tried to hurt me, they couldn't actually hurt me. And I think that the whoever put the curse on, maybe they want me to suffer.
Oh, weird. So you just have like an endless cycle of. Wait, you said blip? What does a blip mean?
Oh,
It's when I move. It's when I move worlds and locations. Sometimes I've had a couple of times I just blip down the street. Not very common, but usually I blip to some other world, some other time. Sometimes
So
I'm just kind of moving around all the time.
Mirdar's like finally putting 2 and 2 together with like the curse and the whatever they were just talking about. Like I'm now understanding the other half of this conversation.
bless you.
Thank you.
So are you going to put Gipnir kind of between the two rows of you two?
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll have him in the middle.
Okay. Are you guys gonna like keep up a conversation with him as you're going, or just like kind of walk in silence, or what's the plan here?
Morgan definitely wants to know about all of the places that he's blipped to. So he's going to be, they are going to be having a conversation the whole time.
Okay.
Just make sure you keep it quiet. We're still trying to be a little bit stealthy.
Okay. Excited whispers from Morgan.
Okay. All right. You guys make your way across the desert. Morgan quietly chatting with Gipnir. Miradar, Glornell, at least right now, your reality seems similar to everybody else's. You guys go for not very much longer, maybe another 20 minutes. And you come to a strange feature, which is the first real feature that you have seen in this blasted, blackened wasteland of a desert. There's a slight depression and then this massive field of kind of varying height, like 4 to as high as 10 foot tall, mud column hoodoo geological structures. Off to the left, kind of rising up from this little, not little, it's actually quite large little depression filled with these things. is a cliff, and it looks like there's some mountains kind of extending back to the left. To the right, it looks like these Field of Hoodoo kind of trail off eventually after maybe a mile or so. And it looks like the halfling trail kind of cuts through the field of these hundreds of little geologic hoodoos.
Do these seem to be actively inhabited? Is there anyone moving amongst them?
You guys do not spot anything moving, but as you're looking closer, Miradar, you do see that there are some rocks that look like they're being moved almost like with the wind, and some of them are actually passing through some of the hoodoo. As you're watching, one of the hoodoo kind of collapses against one of the others and again kind of phases through it. It looks very similar to the village where people were just passing through, walls. It looks like they're not real in the same way that you think of it.
Oh no. Not these places again.
Hey, Gipnir, have you ever seen a place where people can walk through the walls just like they're not walls?
Yeah, I've seen a few things like that. Nothing like this though. It's pretty weird. But yeah, I've walked through all kinds of walls. I've walked through force field walls. I've walked through laser walls. I've walked through concrete walls. Yeah, I mean, reality is just an illusion anyways, right?
I mean, I think it's right, So where does the halfling trail go through here?
It goes into the Field of Hoodoo and presumably like out the other side.
How wide is the field? Would it be easy to walk around it, or?
You could potentially circumnavigate it. So going to the left, you're not sure. It looks like there's like cliffs and rocks and mountain sorts of things that way. Not like tall mountains, but like some kind of geologic features that would be difficult but not impossible to pass. To the right, it looks like the field kind of trails off to the right. Not very far. I mean, you guys have a pretty good line of sight out here in the desert, so maybe for a mile or so.
Around or through?
Don't really like either. Looking at our captives, do they seem excited as we were approaching the path? Oh, this is where we're gonna get rescued. Where they're trying to act you're trying to act cool, and calm.
Give me an insight check with disadvantage, Frida.
Not rolling great today, so insight. Okay. 16. You've been asking them do we keep going this way? They're like, yeah, we keep going this way. You get the impression from them that they're getting excited or anxious about something. You're not sure what that is. Maybe it's because you're getting closer to Crawl. Maybe it's because you're getting closer to their home, or maybe the other tribes. Maybe it's because they're like, oh my God, we're gonna get free. You're not sure what the source of their excitement is, but they're obviously getting more energetic the longer that you're going in this direction. Yeah, Gipnir has noticed the captive halflings and hasn't really said anything. Gipnir seems pretty fucking chill. Yeah, I mean, dude's been through a lot, so he's just he kind of takes it as it is what you guys get from Gipnir. Respect. Well, I don't really know what's here, but these guys are getting pretty excited. Makes me a little bit worried. But honestly, either choice could be the wrong choice.
Are the hoodoo similar size to the other city, the main city that we landed at, in height?
No, so these things are from a couple of feet high to maybe as high as 8 feet. Most of them are not. Most of them are 4 to 6 feet high. Some of them are kind of narrow. Most of them are 3 or 4 feet in diameter. A couple of them are even wider. it's pretty heterogeneous, what you're seeing here. And they're not like packed tightly together. So you can see there are like hundreds of like snaking paths throughout this whole like field of these things.
A cannibal halfling encampment, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I agree. That's exactly what this could be. In which case, I don't want to walk straight through the middle of them.
Well, also, what if Falcon's target could be there? Does Falcon look like she's looking at the area? Does it seem familiar?
Oh, good question. Yeah, you look at Saga and she looks over at you and in sort of confusion. She's like, I've never been here before. I've never been this deep into the Nightmare Lands.
Do you want to check it for, you know
Who is who?
Well, you're looking for a cannibal halfling, and this seems like it might be where to find them.
Yeah, she kind of like scans the hoodoo field. She shrugs. She says, I don't see any signs of halfling life down there. I see, there's some skittering kind of creatures in the rocks, but I don't see any halflings.
Okay.
Creatures.
I want to accidentally drag you away from your vengeance.
Skittering creatures, you say? What sort of skittering creatures?
Oh well, I see a little sand crawler there. There's a little rock digger over there. I see a little hopper there. And she's kind of pointing at places in the hoodoo field. You guys see like there's some movement there, and you see there's like various like small kind of foot-long creatures of different descriptions. You haven't really seen any life in this blasted wasteland up until this point, but it looks like this area maybe might capture some water if there were ever any water, because of the kind of bowl shape of it.
What think you? Do we steer around this place, or do we just forge our way through and try and get to the beast that much faster?
Well, time isn't really something that we have to worry about. It takes as long as it takes. I like the idea of staying safe.
That is true. So we do have to worry about seeing things the more we're here. I don't know how long Mogmoth's protections will give you.
We could generate some kind of commotion, see if anything emerges from a distance.
It's been about 45 minutes. To go around is probably going to be 10 to 20 minutes, kind of depending on how much you guys cut through any of the hoodoo, or if you just go completely around it entirely. Cutting through, it's not that large of an area. Cutting through would probably be closer to 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty good about spotting danger so far, so we can keep our eyes peeled.
Have you been?
Yeah, Socket and I have found plenty of stuff so far. Yeah, like remember when I was like, look, there was a worm, and then when this thing was coming from the sky, like I saw that. Like, I'm great at seeing the dangers out here.
Yeah, I think so.
Like a second too late.
Right.
Actually, my heart.
Let's just power through the middle. Socken and Glornal can keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
Yeah. Everyone,
And we'll
just be on your guard.
get through
Anything
the
could
other
attack you
side.
at any moment.
I don't want to
Don't
let
let
these
yourself
two
get
out of my
surprised.
sight. And I'm like looking at the
Not
captives.
surprise me.
Mogmoth's gonna
Okay.
kind of like inconspicuously like stop sneaking at the back of the group.
Okay.
And just like now he's walking next to Frida.
Just like poof. Okay, so you guys gonna proceed into the little depression here, the little bowl?
Yeah. Scan for creatures.
Okay.
All angles.
All right, you guys scan for creatures. You kind of like walk down kind of in and among all the hoodoo. Once whoever's bringing up the rear, which is Frida and Mogmoth.
Yeah.
Once you guys kind of pass through the lip of the thing, all of you are suddenly
Yeah.
surrounded by jungle. The hoodoo have become trees. There are vines dangling everywhere. There's rich, loamy earth under your feet. You hear bird calls in the distance. There is not an inch of desert to be seen within sight. You see basically the same like vista, like the same shape as this little depression of the hoodoo. But like I said, they've become these massive, thick trunk trees with vines crawling all around them. Gipnir lets out a little, oh, did I blip? Did you blip with me?
I don't know.
Only time will tell.
Well,
Are there still halfling tracks?
There are not, Mogmoth.
What about our two halfling buddies that I was keeping an eye on? Our captives, did they come, like, are they here in the jungle with us, or?
They are here in the jungle with you, yes.
Did they seem startled or surprised by this?
Give me an insight check, Mirador.
It's 11.
They're difficult to read. They weren't like, oh my God, what's happening? But they weren't like, yeah, okay, whatever, jungle. It looks like they're looking around.
this isn't the weirdest thing that's happened to us. Stick to the plan. Keep walking. Don't let
Okay,
yourself get
just-
surprised.
Just keep going the same direction. Mirador is telling herself, like, it's just like the other things I saw that weren't real. It's just like the other things I saw that weren't real.
You guys hear a roar of some kind of large cat off in the distance.
Or maybe we can go a little bit faster.
Okay, yeah, let's pick up the pace, everybody.
All right, you guys proceed through the jungle. You're having to kind of hack away vines and brambles and all sorts of vegetation that's impeding your progress. About what you estimate to be about halfway through the area, suddenly it's desert again. All the green and jungle is completely gone. There's a hoodoo pretty much right in front of Glornil and Saken. This column of sand. It's all hot and dry, and you realize you feel your skin sort of evaporating as if you were just in a humid environment, and now you're exposed to this dry desert heat.
And we're about halfway through the hoodoo
Correct.
encampment thing. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, that was abrupt,
Wasn't a monster though.
but that is true. As Frida said, not the weirdest thing we've seen. Let's keep following this path, and we just got a destination. We got to get our way to the beast.
all right, onward.
Compared to a lot of the stuff that we've been through, that wasn't so bad.
I really don't want
You
to be
guys
challenging it.
continue to progress through, and as you're coming out of the lip of the field of hoodoo, the same flip happens. So again, surrounded by jungle, thick, dense foliage. Ahead of you, you don't see any of the massive trees that you saw kind of before. You see kind of smaller, thinner trees. But yeah, just jungle as far as you can see. Even the color of the sun above you is more of kind of a bluish tint than the burning red sun that Vornis usually has over it.
That's weird. No. So I have questions. I have out of character ideas, but I don't know that a way to broach them in character. So.
And the
Just keep
halflings are
on
still
going.
with you. The trail though, in fact, here is not present. So you could kind of like based on trajectory, Glornil, you think you and Sagi can still like point you in that direction, assuming that the trail didn't diverge, or you could wait or try to trigger going back. I'm not sure, but you're in clearly a different place.
Is it the same like the same jungle that we ran into before, or is this like a whole nother.
It does seem like the same jungle, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the same foliage. You see these like large white flowers that you recognize from earlier. Yeah, it seems like exactly the same jungle. And looking behind you, you see, oh yeah, okay, that's the jungle that we were just in.
Do we hear or see a large cat?
If you wait long enough, you hear another roar sort of off in the
I don't
distance.
think we will.
I think I'm just
Does-
keeping trajectory still.
Yep. Keep on
Same as
going.
like the last time you said that the like even though it's like abruptly jungled, like the general topography was roughly the same.
Yes.
Is that
yes.
also true here? The general
Yes.
topography remains relatively the
Yeah,
same?
looking behind you, you see that there's a little jungle, like depression in the jungle that you could look across and see like, oh, that's just like the little depression that we just crossed with all the hoodoo in it.
Did that beast look like more of a desert animal or a jungle animal to you?
Anybody can roll knowledge nature if you'd like.
Which creature? The cat or
Proficient in nature.
Beast.
I'm proficient in nature.
Put it in the
Oh,
chat
I'm
for me.
proficient in nature.
Wait, is nature and?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, it's a 14. Whoops.
And just one of my good
Okay, and then Glornil, it has proficiency. Anybody else have proficiency?
Mirador has proficiency.
Oh, Mirador has knowledge nature proficiency? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, just recently gained on the last level up.
Oh, cool. Okay, Glornil, you're not sure. It seems like the hide of the thing seems a little bit more like a desert creature, like it's kind of tough and everything. But you're not super clear on that. Mirador, you thinking now about the natural terrain of this beast and like how it might hunt and catch prey. It is huge, right? So anything's going to see it coming from far, far across the desert if it's hunting
Right.
them, unless it has some way to magically conceal itself. You're guessing that this thing would be much more effective in a jungle with low visibility than in a desert plain.
I see. So it's yeah, we don't want to, if we encounter the beast here, it's going to be a lot harder to fight. Not having
Perhaps
it.
we'd
like-
only encounter it here.
That is what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. Maybe this is something that the mammoth can do when it's hunting. It traps its prey in here when it gets close.
Are there any very tall trees near us? Like especially tall trees?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple 100-footers.
Okay, Mogmoth will not climb 100 feet up the tree, but he will climb up one of the trees.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and give me acrobatics.
21.
Okay, you kind of spring from limb to limb, nimbly making your way up the tree. How far do you want to get? Because the canopy, to be clear, the canopy is probably 80 feet up.
Well, as long as he does not feel like he is falling, he will go 80 feet up.
Okay. You go up basically to the top of the canopy and look out. Yeah, it's jungle as far as you can see.
Are there any like standout features on the terrain or anything like that?
Yeah, it's tough to see very far. Give me a perception check though.
16.
So there's no mountains, but you do see, looking at the top of the canopy is for the most part pretty flat. There's a little depression from where you just came through, where the little valley was. And then there's another little depression in the top of the canopy, maybe just about a mile in the direction that you guys were headed.
All right, it looks like maybe just a little mile off in the distance, there's another little dippy dip in the ground. Sort of similar to this one, the encampment.
Is there any fruit up here?
There, at this level of the canopy, I would say probably not at the top.
Okay.
As you were making your way up, there were a variety of things that looked fruit shaped, but you've never seen them before. You're not sure if they're edible or not.
All right. I'll pick some of those
Okay.
things.
Put mystery fruit in your item.
Mystery fruit. Limited edition.
Yeah, so now, Frida, you hear that cat roar from further into the jungle.
And it is specifically cat roar, not like an elephant trunk going. "Roar."
That is correct. Yes,
Cool.
sounds like a hunting cat, puma, or something like that.
Oh, really not interested in fighting two beasts today. So let's keep going. Hopefully we can find the one we're looking for.
Okay.
Mogmoth will shimmy his way back down.
You guys look around and notice Gipnir's gone.
Oh,
Oh,
Aw. Well,
Oh, poor guy.
I hope he
well,
went
Well,
somewhere.
happy trials.
I hope he's
wherever
somewhere
he ends
good.
up, I hope he's safe.
Morgan, go ahead and add proficiency in history of the multiverse for me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There you go.
Awesome.
Hey, good talk with him.
Mogmoth offers a mystery fruit to Glornil and one to
Yeah.
Morgan too.
Yeah, you find that up there?
Just up in those trees there. I can't
Is it
tell if
a-
it's fruit or a creature or a bud.
Morgan
One
is
way
now-
to find out.
Right.
Do I recognize it at all? Like, does this look like any?
Oh, give me a nature
nature
check, Lorna. You've been around.
Do the produce section.
Oof, that's not good. That's
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
ran it
a
before.
6.
It's some kind of plant life.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
It seems like juicy and squishy. Like you're guessing that it's some kind of energy storage device, like a fruit, basically.
Chomp.
Chomp.
Yeah.
Give me a d6, please.
D6.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
That's a 1.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. You have advantage on this.
It's poisoned.
Yeah.
I'm really good at this, guys. That's gonna be an 18.
Okay, Glornil, you bite into it, and it's briefly like a flash of sweetness in your mouth, and then as you are chewing it, it kind of feels like it's drying out all of your mucous membranes, and you kind of force yourself to swallow it down, and your stomach kind of makes a roiling gurgle sound as your dwarven constitution prevents it from drying you from the inside out.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat those.
Oh, not good then.
No.
Comparable to
Annalisa.
what fruit?
Weird. You know how a lot of fruit's juicy, right? Like you buy it and it's juicy.
Right.
This is like anti-juicy.
Oh,
Oh, so it's a desiccant.
Sure.
right.
I'm just picturing the old Looney Tunes cartoons where they eat alum or whatever and their mouth just puckers inside out.
Yes. Okay, so you guys are in this jungle. What's the plan?
Keep going.
Head towards
No,
the
that's-
depression that Mogmoth
I'm
spotted?
Yeah, can I have my mount in front of up at the front, just clawing a path with
Oh,
big
yeah.
claws?
That's much more energy efficient than you guys doing it. Yes.
Cool.
Okay, awesome. You claw your way through about just shy of where that depression is. It blips back to a desert landscape. You are looking at a depression, which Morgan and Miradar, actually all of you, immediately identify as a meteor impact crater. On the far side of the crater is a large stone, basically ledge, projecting into the middle of the crater. The crater is about 100 feet in diameter. On the top of the ledge, yes, just like Pride Rock, on the top of the ledge is a shaman, halfling shaman holding up a staff and a scepter and you hear halflings all around the crater saying, crawl, 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 crawl. And we will start next game with rolling initiative.
Oh wow, we just found Thulsa Doom.
Yeah.
Or halfling
Oh
Thulsa Doom.
boy.
Into the death pit.
We
Let's
do.
go.
I'm so excited it was Pride Rock.